Each decade brought its own share of hair color trends.
80s was glam and very fake. 90s was a lot of frosty bad hair, and today's, I think, much more beautiful hair.
Jennifer J. owns Juan Salon in Beverly Hills, where a golden glow is definitely in vogue.
Hands down blonde. Everybody wants to be blonde.
Permanent, semi-permanent, bleach, or highlights. These days, there are a lot of different choices when it comes to color.
I think we do need to lift your base color a little bit. And then from there on in, we'll dry you and we'll go in and start putting some highlights in.
Hair Color Chemistry 101. Jennifer says if you want to go lighter, it's best to choose permanent color.
This is the permanent color I'm putting in the bowl. And we're going to be adding peroxide. Peroxide is actually the developer. That's actually what makes the hair color work.
She says the mixture changes the hair's molecular structure.
Once it goes on the hair, the second it touches, it starts. It goes into the hair shaft, it opens up the cuticle, and it changes the molecules within the cuticle.
The darker and coarser the hair, the longer it takes. In Tori's case, 2 minutes is just long enough. Then it's time to add the highlights.
This is actually the color right here. This is the developer. This is what causes the color to activate. So mix that right on top. That's it. That's the perfect consistency right there. It's thick enough that it'll stay on the foil, but I can still spread it around.
Using foil to separate thin strands of hair, Jennifer spreads on the color. Her goal is to keep it as close to the scalp as possible for a more natural look. Before long, Tori's hair is all wrapped up in tinfoil. It may look a little strange, but no one said looking beautiful was easy.
So Tori will go under the dryer. We'll leave it on for about 7 minutes, and that's it.
After another rinse and blow dry, it's time to see the final results.
So what do you think?
I love it, thank you.
It looks beautiful.
So whether you want to look like a movie star or just a new version of you, a little color can change everything.
So I know your hair used to be so much longer, and it was more one length, and your highlights were much more natural. I think I really like the direction you're going in. I like the sort of messy haircut. I think it's cute. But I think the most important thing is we need to do some really piecey, pretty, sort of chunkier highlights.
The purpose of highlights is to enhance. Jennifer begins by carefully selecting sections of hair for the correction process.
Now I use a knife so I can get right up to the root. Then there's no problems with leaving the salon and then all of a sudden, you know, you still feel rooty. I get right in there.
The highlighted hair is wrapped in foil. Foil is used to protect the scalp from chemicals and separates the highlighted strands from the rest of the hair. A head covered in foils isn't a great look, but the end result will be. The amount of time the foil should be left on is different for every person.
Okay, let's see if you're ready. Great, you're all set.
The foils are removed, Lisa's hair is washed and conditioned, then it's over to Sean for a quick blow dry.
What do you think, Lisa?
I love it, I
Looks
absolutely
good?
love it.
Nikki's dilemma is a little more drastic. She loves being blonde, but has wound up with a shade that isn't quite right for her olive skin.
The first thing we need to do is address the first problem, which is the roots. At the same time, we'll take care of that red. After that, what we'll do is we'll fix some of this brassiness. Some of these highlights they're fine, but a lot of them are a little too ashy. They look, maybe they've been over-processed.
A permanent color is put on her roots to tone down the red. After about 15 minutes, it's rinsed out, and a semi-permanent toner is added to warm up her ends. Now the base color is corrected. Jennifer varies her highlights.
All looks done. Come on over to the sink. We'll take it off. I'm so excited for you.
Once again, Sean adds the finishing touches.
What do you think, Nikki?
I love it.
I think it looks nice.
Gorgeous.
The key to good color correction is timing. Unless it's a major hair catastrophe, Jennifer recommends you give your hair a break and live with your bad hair job for a week before making fixes. But don't go longer than 2 weeks. That's considered the statute of limitations for freebie fixes at most salons. Finding a professional colorist like Jennifer will lift the fear out of color correcting and put in the fun. For Lisa, it meant switching out her bland strands with bold, beautiful blonde highlights. And for Nikki, the brassiness is gone and varied golden highlights are in.